Hi, yo, what's up? It's John Blaze here. I just finished recording a video, but I don't like how it went too long. I'm trying to make a simple, quick video. First and foremost, I hope everybody, you know, is prepping and getting their shit together because everybody that I see online, you know, Richie from Boston, John X Army, a couple others, you know, they're all saying this is it, man. Like something's bound to happen. You know, we're going through this grand solar minimum. They're saying that uh, the next couple months, you know, it could be a mini ice age. We got this shit still happening at the border that the UN is behind fully. Now, a lot of people think that they're gonna invade. Me personally, I don't think they're gonna invade during wintertime because they learned their lesson. They learned their lesson whenever they tried to invade Russia. When the Nazis invaded Russia during winter in Siberia and they all starved to death and their tanks, you know, froze up in that. They're not gonna they're not gonna do that again. Now, we may have till like March or April, but whatever's gonna happen, if it's gonna be some type of fake solar flare or you know somebody's gonna launch something because of Ukraine and you know Trump decides to get the United States involved, like something I could see something like that happening, like in the next few weeks or whatever. They they launch some type of EMP or whatever, and then we're stuck basically in the dark with nothing through wintertime. And then come towards like the end of February, March, April, then the UN tries to invade. But let me ask you this: what are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to ride it out in your house or go to your bug out location with your family, an underground bunker? Now, I mean, if you're underground, you might be able to ride it out. You might be safe unless, you know, they have the technology that they can find bunkers and, you know, they drag you out that way. But it's a question. What are you gonna do? You're gonna try to ride it out with a couple buddies, you know, all your kids and your family together. You might be safe for like a month, 2 months. Let's say you live in the middle of the country, you live out in, you know, BFE in the middle of the country. You might be safe, but then what happens whenever they come rolling up the road, 50 deep in a battalion, the blue helmets, and they got, you know, three armored Humvees with, yeah, 50, 60 blue hats hopping out with M4s and AK-47s and, you know, AR-15s that got the grenade launcher attachments and all type of crazy shit. You know, they're all armored up to the fullest. Let's say you got seven of your men, your buddies. How you gonna take? How seven people gonna take on something like that? Whenever the 50 cows on top of the Humvee can rip through your house like butter. I answer that for you. You're not. You're not gonna survive, and you're not gonna be able to fight wherever you are when they come for you. The best route to go is if they do invade. It's hard, believe me, it's gonna be the hardest decision you ever make in your life. But to the men, you're gonna have to leave your family and you're gonna have to head to the front line wherever they come. If their ships come in, drop them. I mean, it's gonna be a full-fledged scale invasion. They're gonna bring ships. They're gonna drop them in by paratroopers. You know, you're gonna have to go to wherever you hear the fighting is, and you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to, you know, create your own militias. You're gonna have to join in with some army members that don't have the ability, because if it's an EMP, they're not gonna have the ability to contact each other and contact the Pentagon and shit like that. I mean, they might be able to, but then again, they might not. You might all be on your own. One thing, one thing you gotta remember though, George Washington, he did that shit during winter. I mean, it was hell, and he lost a lot of his men due to starvation and, you know, just freezing to death and hypothermia. But how'd we win the war? Militias. militias did it. And you know why? Because a foreign invading force doesn't know the country like we know the country. So that's why you guerrilla their asses like crazy. And if you get beaten back, if they keep advancing and advancing and advancing, at least, you know, at least you died on your feet. You know what I mean? At least, you know, you can go back to your family and say, you know what, I tried, and it is what it is. So it's at my like 6 minutes. Like I said, I'm on the East Coast right now. As you can see, I'm outside. You're seeing little flurries of snow. It's literally like 20 degrees outside right now. Horrible, horrible wind, and the wind is making it feel like it's 10 degrees out here. But you know, I'm bundled up. I'm cool. I'm prepped. I'm prepped to death. So yeah, I mean that's the video in a nutshell. Like you have to think about that. You have to. I'm telling you, like you have to have a plan. You have to have multiple plans. You have to have code words for your family so that you know when they certain people come to your house, like if they don't know the code word, you know, you're gonna have to handle it. You're gonna have to have judgment. You're gonna have multiple bug out locations. You're gonna have to do it like the Marines do it and the Army does it. You're gonna have to create almost like FOBs, forward operating bases, and they're small, they're quaint little things, but you know, they work. If you have to stay on the move to keep away, you stay on the move. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be hell, especially if you have to move your family. But for the time being, you go. You go to the front lines and you try to duke it out. And hopefully there's some type of government left that can provide, you know, air support or, you know, certain type of a big heavy explosive things. um, yeah, I ain't trying to have the video censored, so you know I'm not trying to say all types of crazy shit, but you you gotta have plans, man. You can't just bank on the fact of, oh, I'm gonna stay in my house, because it's not gonna work. It might work for a little while, but eventually they're gonna come for you. They're gonna come for you, and then they're gonna take you if you're a man. They're either gonna execute you, or they're gonna take you to some type of FEMA camp and throw you in it. They're gonna separate your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, and horrible things are gonna happen to her. To any females watching this video, you need to get twice as prepared as a man. You need to, I'm telling you, you need to learn to fight. You need to keep some type of blades on you, because you need to realize what is going to happen to you. If it's a time of war, really bad shit happens to women in war. And let me tell you what, ladies, you're gonna, if it does happen, you're gonna wish that you were dead. Honestly, like, I'm just trying to keep it real. No bullshit with you. It's not fear mongering, it's not fear porn, it's the truth. And to the children, like, if you have children, they're gonna separate them too now. Usually, like, the UN will want to try to establish like Agenda 21 or Agenda 2030, and they want to take away the parents from the children. They want the community and the government to own the children. So the children will probably be safe, and they'll be sent to some place, you know, overseas, like in Brussels or some shit like that, where, you know, they'll pick out the really smart children, or the ones that they think that they can use, and then the other ones, well, the other ones, And let's just say pedivores and adrenochrome. That's all I gotta say to that. Look it up. There's horrible, horrible people in this world, horrible, powerful people. So just stay true. Ask the Almighty to stay with us. Love each other. That's the key. You gotta love one another. You gotta perform random acts of kindness for strangers. You gotta, you just gotta be good in the heart. So then, if something should happen, you don't fear death. You die standing up on your feet. On your feet. You don't kneel to these cocksuckers, ever. You stand there and you take it. Because you know in your brain that this is just a rest stop, basically. This life on earth is just a rest stop for the beginning, Death is just the beginning, they say, so it is what it is. Like I said, I love you all. I will always love y'all, even though I only have like 40 subscribers. It's growing, so keep it real, y'all. And like I said, I love you. Merry Christmas to y'all. And let's just pray that nothing happens, because if it does, it's gonna be really, really bad, y'all. Really bad. So with that said, I'm at 12 minutes. John Blaze, signing off.